here we are at stage 6, which is personally the worst stage because RNG can factor in and it can be pretty bad sometimes. But there are gonna be these pods on the ground that kind of look like brains. Those are basically known as flowers in game. So all you gotta do is just stay away from them because they will burst and leave an AoE. If that AoE touches you, you will have a poison debuff. Now with that in mind, on the right side and on the left side, whether you're facing both walls, then you just run into them and you will cure that poison. Now the thing that you're focusing here are the venom collars and the venom shots. So it's the archers and the guys that will stand in those small platforms that you see behind me. The trolls aren't really a huge priority. You just gotta kill them as you normally do. Around 40 or 35% they will become somewhat immune to attacks. So just watch out for that. Now this is the venom collar. This is why I prefer force pulls. It's like 2 to 3 of those and the venom collar is down. And yeah, you're just gonna be mainly focusing these venom shots because they can do a snipe, and if you've ever done Skyreach, you can tell that NPC snipes are pretty deadly. They can do around 20 to 30k damage, depending on how strong your shield is. It can either leave you at 1% or it can kill you. So either way, you just do not want to get sniped, so take care of those first, as soon as possible. If the venom collar is not out. If it is out, focus the venom collar. Soon you can see me stepping into one of those AoEs, and I'm gonna have to go cleanse myself. So yeah, you're just gonna see it all happen. It's not too bad. But with this, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, because if you don't pay attention to something, you might end up getting killed. And the reason I'm saying that is a flower popped up inside the body of the troll, so I couldn't see it. So yeah, you're gonna be aware of your surroundings, see what goes on. Don't panic if something happens to you. Just adjust and adapt. When it comes to portals, you always, if there's a portal on those small platforms, usually a venom collar. About 3 out of 4 times it's a venom collar. So with that in mind, you just gotta drop some AoEs and you'll be fine. Way you can tell there's a venom collar, and if you don't see one, is that your screen will turn greenish. So when your screen turns like that, just do a 360. Don't run around from your camera point of view. Just do a 360 and look for it. Because if you start running around, you might end up getting hit by one of those flowers, and you do not want that because it'll end up wasting most of your magic and just shielding up, because you gotta spam those shields to stay alive. Now with this Wamazoo, you can either drop your Destro or well, basically any ulti, or you can just burn down with basic AoEs. But you still gotta keep in mind about those flowers, because like I said, they can burst, and when that venom collar does come out, it can burst a lot quicker. So we got the Wamazoo down, and at one point there are going to be 3 archers, so focus on one first, drop your AoEs, and put a haunting curse on the other one, avoid danger prey if you're running a pit build. But overall, priority will always be, I cannot emphasize this enough, venom collar. That is the priority. Then it's venom shot, and then it's everything else. Now, if you need to, or if you want to use those buffs like the Axe Shield in order to do more damage, stay alive longer, then do so. If it's just completion, going for a score run, then you might want to practice doing everything without those buffs. Like right here, you can tell, this is where I died. This ruined my flawless. Even though I stepped in that pond and it's supposed to cleanse, it didn't. So that happens sometimes. At that moment I was a little salty because that was gonna be my flawless run, but you gotta adapt, you gotta relax, recoup, you just gotta take a breather and do what you need to. I mean, it's not the end of the world. If you're going for a flawless run, it might be a little upsetting, but what I recommend is just finish that completion, get your weapon, and then just restart it or do it another day. Because once you get into that, pardon my language, that oh shit moment, I'm dying, then it's gonna end badly. You're just gonna be focusing on your vitality. You're gonna be focusing on basically survival mode rather than sticking to the tactics, following the priorities, and that is going to end up causing you to die a lot more and having so many unnecessary deaths. So just calm down, evaluate what's going on, and proceed with the same tactics. Like I said here, you don't gotta worry about much. You just gotta make sure you're out of those AoEs, because those archers will also do an acid spray. If you know that ability, you can tell it's from the bow bar. It can also put a poison buff or disease buff on you. Debuff, my bad. And it's basically the same thing as getting hit by one of those flowers. So just try to avoid those and you'll be fine. Now these trolls, you don't gotta panic much. Just make sure you're burning them down. Like right here, you can see that there is a venom caller out. I am poisoned. I have trolls. Just calm down, look for the venom caller, take it down, and then refocus on those trolls. Just make sure your camera is pulled back and that you're able to actually see what's going on around you. And please forgive the sirens. I live close to an old folks home. So, yeah. Alright, so with this, I prefer to drop my Atro rather than my Destro because my Destro is stationary. I mean, they're both stationary, but with the Atro, it can actually do damage while moving. Well, not while moving, but while the target moves. So this Argonian Behemoth is going to move a lot, which is fine. But that's why we have the Atro out there. Now, the problem with the Atro is, next time you summon it within the shield phase, you gotta drop it inside the shield. Because if you drop it outside, it'll die in like 3 seconds. Now these shields right here, they're called Argonian Minders, or Menders, whatever you want to pronounce them, or however they're correctly pronounced. Now you gotta kill one and run to the other because it will summon a shield. Now you stay inside that shield while this Argonian Behemoth yells, does his little yell. Now when he's done, you can just kill it. But if you're outside that shield, you're not gonna last even 5 seconds. You will go down very, very fast. Now you can also notice that he's throwing stuff at me. Whenever you're shielding up and you're near that boss, make sure that you are shielded. Because what he's gonna do, he's gonna hit you with a swipe, and then he's going to bite you. And that bite can probably kill you if you're not careful. But yeah, just make sure that your Atro is inside the shield and it won't die. You'll be able to doing a lot more damage. I prefer it over the Destro, but if he's yelling, you can drop the Destro, that's not a problem. But if he just comes out or if he's moving around, use that Atro. Now here, like always, grab the jewelry, grab the gold, repair, and move on. And next is a fairly decent stage. That's it for now.